Welcome everyone to my channel. Today, we're taking a trip to one of the most romantic and visited cities in the world, Paris. The City of Lights has something for everyone, from iconic landmarks to world-class museums and charming streets. Whether it's your first time planning a trip or you're a seasoned traveler looking for new adventures, I'm here to be your guide. We're going to dive deep into the heart of Paris and explore the top 10 places you absolutely can't miss. We're talking about the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, Notre Dame, and so much more. We'll uncover hidden gems and local favorites along the way. So, grab your baguette, put on your beret, and let's explore the magic of Paris together. Our first stop is none other than the iconic Eiffel Tower. Now, I know what you might be thinking, it's a bit cliché, isn't it? But trust me on this one. There's a reason this iron giant draws millions of visitors each year. It's not just a pretty face. It's a testament to human ingenuity and architectural daring. Built in 1889 for the World's Fair, the tower was initially met with skepticism. People thought it was an eyesore, a blemish on the Parisian landscape. Can you imagine? Today, it's the very symbol of Paris, a beacon of romance and a testament to the city's enduring spirit. When you visit, make sure to take some time to really appreciate its intricate design. Those 2.5 million rivets, all hammered in by hand. And the views? Let me tell you, they're simply breathtaking. For the best experience, try to visit early in the morning or late at night. The crowds are thinner, and the light is magical. And if you're feeling adventurous, skip the long elevator lines and climb the stairs. It's a workout, but the reward is worth every step. And here's a little local tip. After your visit, wander over to the Champ de Mars, the park that stretches out beneath the tower. Grab a baguette, some cheese, and a bottle of wine, and enjoy a simple, perfect Parisian picnic. That's what I call living the good life. Next up, we're stepping into the hallowed halls of the Louvre Museum, home to some of the most famous works of art in the world. This place is huge, folks. We're talking about 650,000 square feet of art spanning centuries. You could spend days here and still not see everything, but I'm here to help you make the most of your visit. Of course, no trip to the Louvre is complete without saying bonjour to the Mona Lisa. She's smaller than you might expect, but that enigmatic smile? It's truly mesmerizing. Be prepared to brave the crowds. But remember, patience is a virtue, especially when you're face to face with a masterpiece. But don't get so caught up in Mona's mystique that you miss out on the rest of the Louvre's treasures. Take your time to wander through the galleries, admire the Venus de Milo, be awed by the winged victory of Samothrace, and let the brushstrokes of masters like Michelangelo, Rembrandt, and Caravaggio transport you through time. Here's a tip. The Louvre can be overwhelming, so it's a good idea to have a plan. Choose a few areas or specific works you're most interested in seeing and focus on those. And don't forget to pick up a map. You don't want to get lost in this labyrinth of art. Now we're heading to the heart of Paris, both geographically and spiritually, to Notre Dame Cathedral. This magnificent Gothic masterpiece has stood on the Ile de la Cité for centuries, witnessing the ebb and flow of history. Even the devastating fire in 2019 couldn't diminish its spirit. In fact, seeing the outpouring of grief and the determination to rebuild only solidified Notre Dame's place in the hearts of Parisians and people around the world. While it's currently closed for restoration, it's still a powerful sight to behold from the outside. Take a moment to appreciate its soaring towers, intricate facades, and the stunning stained glass rose windows. Imagine the skilled artisans who dedicated their lives to creating this architectural marvel. And while you're there, take a stroll along the banks of the Seine. This is the perfect spot to soak in the atmosphere, watch the boats glide by, and reflect on the enduring spirit of this incredible city. Next, we're climbing the cobblestone streets of Montmartre, the highest point in Paris. This historic neighborhood is a world away from the grand boulevards and iconic landmarks we've seen so far. It's a place where art spills out onto the streets, where the air hums with creativity, and where you're just as likely to stumble upon a hidden cafe as you are a masterpiece. At the top of the hill sits the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, its white domes gleaming against the sky. The views from here are simply breathtaking, offering a panoramic vista of Paris in all its glory. But Montmartre is more than just a pretty view. It's a place to wander, to get lost in the narrow alleyways, and to discover hidden treasures around every corner. Pop into a local bakery for a warm croissant, browse the artwork in the Place du Tertre, and soak up the bohemian atmosphere. and keep your eyes peeled for the famous I love you wall, where the phrase I love you is written 311 times in 250 languages. It's a heartwarming reminder of the universal language of love. Get ready to experience the glamour and grandeur of the Champs-Élysées, often dubbed the most beautiful avenue in the world. This iconic street stretches from the Place de la Concorde to the Arc de Triomphe, and it's a shopper's paradise, a foodie's dream, and a feast for the eyes. Stroll beneath the shade of the chestnut trees, window shop at luxury boutiques, and sip coffee at a sidewalk cafe, watching the world go by. And if you're in the mood for a show, check out the legendary Lido Cabaret for a night of music, dance, and spectacle. As you reach the end of the Champs-Élysées, you'll be greeted by the majestic Arc de Triomphe, a symbol of French military victories. Climb to the top for panoramic views of the city. It's the perfect way to get your bearings and appreciate the scale and beauty of Paris. Today, we're taking a short trip outside of Paris to the Palace of Versailles, the epitome of opulence and grandeur. This sprawling palace was once the seat of French power, and it's easy to imagine kings and queens strolling through its gilded halls. Prepare to be dazzled by the Hall of Mirrors, a masterpiece of Baroque architecture and a symbol of Louis XIV's absolute power. Wander through the lavish state apartments, each more opulent than the last, and lose yourself in the stories of intrigue, romance, and revolution that unfolded within these very walls. But the palace is only half the story. Be sure to spend some time exploring the magnificent gardens, a masterpiece of landscaping and design. Stroll through the manicured groves, admire the intricate fountains, and imagine yourself attending a grand fete hosted by the Sun King himself. There's no better way to experience the romance of Paris than with a leisurely cruise down the Seine River. As you glide along the water, you'll be treated to breathtaking views of the city's most iconic landmarks from a unique perspective. Watch the Eiffel Tower sparkle as the sun sets, admire the intricate facade of Notre Dame, and drift beneath historic bridges, each with a story to tell. There are all sorts of cruises available, from hop-on, hop-off tours to romantic dinner cruises. Choose your adventure, sit back, relax, and let the beauty of Paris wash over you. Chapter 8. Sacré-Cœur Basilica, a beacon of hope and architectural splendor. We're heading back to the heights of Montmartre, this time to focus on the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, a stunning example of Romano-Byzantine architecture. This iconic white basilica, with its gleaming domes and intricate mosaics, is a relative newcomer to the Parisian landscape, completed in 1940. But its position atop Montmartre, a place of both artistic and spiritual significance, gives it a sense of timelessness. Step inside to admire the serene interior, bathe in the soft light filtering through the stained glass windows, and experience a sense of peace amidst the bustling city. And don't forget to take a moment on the steps of the basilica to soak in those incredible panoramic views. From here, you can see all of Paris spread out before you, a tapestry of history, art, and beauty. Chapter 9. Luxembourg Gardens, a Parisian oasis of tranquility. Escape the hustle and bustle of the city at the Luxembourg Gardens, a true Parisian oasis. These formal gardens are a masterpiece of landscaping, with manicured lawns, colorful flower beds, and elegant fountains. Find a shady spot beneath a chestnut tree, unpack a picnic, and soak up the serene atmosphere. The gardens are also home to the Luxembourg Palace, which now houses the French Senate. Even if you don't go inside, take a moment to admire its elegant architecture and imagine the important decisions being made within its walls. For a bit of fun, rent a model boat and sail it on the Grand Bassin, or simply relax by the Medici fountain and watch the world go by. The Luxembourg Gardens are the perfect place to slow down, recharge, and experience the Parisian art de vivre. Chapter 10. Musée d'Orsay, Impressionist masterpieces in a former railway station. Our final stop takes us to the Musée d'Orsay, housed in a stunning former railway station. This museum is a must-see for lovers of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art, with an incredible collection of works by masters like Monet, Renoir, Degas, and Van Gogh. But it's not just the art that's impressive, it's the setting itself. The grand hall of the former station, with its soaring glass ceiling and ornate clock, provides a dramatic backdrop for these iconic works. Take your time wandering through the galleries, allowing yourself to be captivated by the vibrant colors, bold brushstrokes, and innovative techniques that define the Impressionist movement. And be sure to check out the views from the museum's cafe, which offers a unique perspective of the Sacré-Cœur and the rooftops of Paris. And there you have it, my friends. The top 10 must-visit places in Paris. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, this city has something for everyone. I hope this video has inspired you to plan your own Parisian adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and inspiration. And be sure to let me know in the comments below what your favorite spot in Paris is, or what you're most excited to see on your trip. Until next time, happy travels!